Hello, welcome back to rookie season. You find us in a very cold Manchester this evening. I've lent the heater to the in-laws, but we're here anyway. I'm Andy the Rookie. New year, but some familiar faces are still here. Stephen Lloyd
What's going on?
joining us, and yeah, this is your new Storm hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I purchased it at the game the other day.
Yeah,
Thought I'd put it to some use.
Yeah, since then they've done the double over
Sheffield.
I wanted to start as well. We've tested my microphone this time. Steve's is working, mine's is working. We've had a bit of a shit show with some sound issues the past 2 times. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're good.
The irony of it all is about 2 episodes ago, I praised you on your technical abilities.
Yeah, that was the end of the Christmas special, wasn't it? You were like, honestly, mate, I don't know what we'd do if you weren't so good with all this.
Shout out to the guy that commented on the Instagram video, though, recently and said he wanted to commit toaster bath because of Andy's audio quality. Hopefully that's not a problem.
Apologies. Hopefully he's still with us and he's tuning in now. Anyway, let's get stuck in. There's a lot to get through. I would start with the Olympic rosters have come out since we last recorded. Obviously, I don't really know what to make of them. Any surprises? So Canada's came out first, I think, wasn't it, last week? And US was Friday just gone.
Yeah, I didn't actually take a look at Canada's, in all honesty. The only ones that I've seen is the US and Sweden.
Yeah.
I think I saw Finland's as well, actually.
Right. I'm guessing, the reason I'm going to focus on that US and Canada, because they've got such a pool to pick from.
Yeah, of course.
The rest of the countries, this might be ignorant to say, probably pick themselves. Most of the squad, you're pretty sure what it's going to be.
Yeah, probably. They're probably not overrun with talent. I mean, the talent's definitely there.
They've got a lot of talent, but it's a small
pool.
It's a small pool,
yeah. Definitely.
Any surprises then with the US?
Not so much. I've seen some people online saying no names are coming to mind, but
Cole Caulfield is the one I've seen.
I've not seen that one.
Yeah, he didn't make it, I don't think.
Right.
But again, it's one of the things that I can't really comment on because I don't know who he'd replace. Like if anyone, but
I know Nyes didn't get picked as well, which has been a bit of a hot topic. Toronto, but I think he's a bit busy with the Somali daycare centres.
Oh, was that him? Yeah.
Right? No, I've not taken a good look through, but it all seems pretty kosher to me.
Yeah, it's one of them. Like, I did see a post as well. It was like Canada's second. It was basically every player who didn't get picked.
If they built a second
and
team.
you look at Canada's second team, and it even from like an ignorant new hockey fan like that, there's some fucking big names on there, like just players we've seen so far who they'd probably still win. But
it's like Pep's Shark team, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
but
the depth. But that's to be expected. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's set up so we get so the US and Canada can't meet till the final, but I don't know. I've not looked into it.
I don't know how it works. I don't think they'd
that.
set it that way. But
I don't know if it's just a random draw or...
It should be.
Yeah.
It definitely should be. And then like the 2 best meet in the final.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like...
Yeah. Great Britain.
Yeah, well, unfortunately not.
Right. Yeah, well, again, not much to say on that. Some UK news. Well, the couple... ITV4. Have you seen this whole...
Yeah.
Now, nothing's been confirmed by the NHL or ITV yet. I don't think they've said anything themselves, but for those who haven't seen, if you're on the NHL app, I think it was, you get like a advert, before the highlights play and stuff like that, and it just said like ITV4 coming the 17th of January. They'll start showing like a few NHL games. So that's good news, that.
It is pretty good. It's moving,
That's the first TV deal. I don't know if you call it a deal, but it is free to air TV showing NHL matches in the UK. And I just want to say, was it last week, the week before, we had the record attendance for a British ice hockey match. Now ice hockey's on ITV4. Since I've started this podcast, I'll let you draw the connection there. But
there is a bit of a correlation.
You're
there,
welcome.
Isn't there?
Yeah. You're welcome.
Go for you, Andy. You saved ice hockey
saved
in
British
Britain.
Ice hockey.
Good for you, man. We'll have to start calling it hockey soon. I think the Canadians fucking hate the term ice hockey.
They do. Yeah, I've seen that. But like, I mean, I'm fine calling it hockey. If someone said hockey to me, even before I started watching,
would have.
I'd immediately think ice hockey. I don't think fucking
some
field hockey. Some public school kid. Like, yeah. It's not proper hockey. Right.
What's your other UK news?
The other UK news, I think it was just the Storm. It was the double, the Storm and the Steelers.
Did you see Great Britain?
Oh no!
We beat Spain today in the juniors 4-3.
That is the. Now, I've looked into this juniors a bit more, so it's like it's kind of they have divisions, don't they?
Yeah.
So this isn't the one, 2. Obviously US and Canada.
Yeah, maybe Division 3. You'd like to say 2 though, wouldn't you?
I think it was. I did look this up. I think it is 2, and I think that's the one Denmark have just been relegated into. But it's good start. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how strong a Spanish ice hockey team are, but
well, it's all on the up and up, isn't it? Yeah. I think like it's going to be so interesting to see where we sit with hockey in the UK by the end of the year.
Yeah, like if it does well on ITV4, should I say? Like they could move it to because at the time of the matches, they're not exactly prime time anyway. So it's not like you've got to move, the 1% club or I'm a celebrity or whatever to make way for it. So
that's what I'm saying. It depends what they do with it. You would like to think that they're not going to squander it and bury it like so many channels have done before. Yeah. Because it is a hot property and they must know that. Otherwise they wouldn't have.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to cost them a pretty penny to get the licensing for it. Yeah. I mean, what is it, like 1 game a week?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They haven't actually said any more details than that little 2-second advert on in between the on the NHL app.
And to be fair, for anyone who is watching or listening, if you've not got the DAZN app and you do want to start dipping your toe into this, DAZN have a free game of the week.
I was literally just going to say that as well. Yeah. I think it was like Montreal this week or something. Yes. And they're usually the quite generous start times, aren't they? The ones that start at like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Or you can get it on replay.
Can you still get a free one on replay even if you're not? Well, there you go.
It keeps popping up every time.
No excuses. So if you've got, if you've got that friend, who I was that friend, who you've just been, bugging for years to try and get them into it. The DAZN app, free game of the week, ITV4 from the 17th, 16th, 17th. That's, what are we on now? We're on the 4th.
Yeah, so in
a couple of weeks away. Yeah. New Year's resolution, watch more hockey. Speaking of, have you got any New Year's resolutions?
Lose weight.
Is that it?
Put the fork down.
Yeah.
I've got one of those physiques where it's like, you can definitely tell I lift weights, but you can also tell I don't say no to any food that's put in front of me.
That's what you used to call a dad bod, though.
Yeah,
and I've got real fucking issues with that term, and I'll tell you why. Because it used to mean exactly what you said. He's a guy who obviously probably went to the gym in his youth, still lifts weights, but he's probably got kids. He's a bit stressed.
Let himself go a little bit.
He overeats. He doesn't. He doesn't live perfectly.
A little over his fighting weight.
Exactly. Now it's just a term thrown around for any fat bastard, isn't it? Just some guy who's never done any exercise. Dad bod that.
Dad bod.
It's been bastardized.
And
it needs to stop.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dad bod shaming.
What about you, man? What about any New Year's
Yeah, pretty much that. Just get back in the gym.
We were both talking before we came on air, actually. Did Carla take your progress picture, like your starting point?
I did it myself.
No, so I got my wife to take a picture of me just to see what my starting point is.
Yeah.
Just for a fucking laugh. By the end of the season, I might post it. If it's gone disastrously worse, I might. I
don't know what's worse though. Like, if you go disastrously worse, or if you do so well and then you just look like a cunt. Do you know what I mean? It's a ice hockey podcast.
I wouldn't.
It's something completely related. It's just me and me boxers. Like, look how well I've done.
Do you know what? It's like I've taken so many progress pictures like through my life, and like if I'd literally just put them all together, it would just be the slow decline of me just getting fatter and fatter. Because you know what it's like, you get in the zone and you're like, fuck it, I'll get a picture and I'll hammer it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then you probably get like a good couple of days and then like the fucking chocolates start coming out and you start relaxing a little bit.
It's the momentum in it. The momentum's the killer. It's going to the gym or eating healthy when you don't feel like it. If you can do that, you're laughing at
Well, what's that thing?
I've just never been able to do it.
There's that thing in between motivation and discipline, right?
Right.
So motivation just like comes and goes.
Is this going a bit fucking Jake Humphries?
David Goggins.
No, I was like, what's that Jake Humphries? What's he called? His podcast, the High Performance Podcast.
Never fucking heard of
mate,
it.
he's the most tedious LinkedIn shit. I can't even if you can stand it, just listen to like one or two episodes. Yeah. He's just an absolute bell end.
I'm so burnt out on the whole fucking
grind
embrace the grind culture.
Yeah. No,
it's so fucking tedious now.
Yeah,
every fucker's got a blue tick, and they're all telling you like how to like better yourself.
Yeah,
but it's like, no, you're still doing coke at the weekends and shit. You faggot.
Well, I think you said that, didn't we? Like, because we're on the wagon this month, we cut out booze, cut out junk food, and all that. We're just literally just cocaine and prostitutes, and that's it. Was it Beak and Brasses?
Yeah, Beak and Brasses.
The Beak and Brasses plan
on the carnivore diet.
Yeah. Beak and Brasses plan, $9.99 a month if you sign up now with the code Rookie Season.
We'll send a brass to your house.
Yeah. Oh God. Anyway, yes, Winter Classic.
I feel like it's the Winter Classic in this fucking room.
It is.
God.
We are in it. It was snowing before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did I say last week? Get the Winter Classic in Manchester.
Oh shit! You did say that. Piccadilly Gardens.
I thought this because obviously, for those who don't know, it was New York Rangers against the Florida Panthers. Obviously, in Miami, so on the Panthers' home turf. Rangers won 5-2 in the end. Was it
5-1? Right?
5-1, only 5-1.
Yeah.
I thought before we get onto the actual game, what do you think of the whole setup, the whole thing in general? I thought it looked shit.
It looked so shit.
It looked absolutely
I really wanted
garbage.
To fucking love it. But as I was seeing pictures of it like a few days before, and I was like, this don't look good,
They're miles away from the fucking fans for a start. Because this is at a baseball stadium.
Yeah.
Which is obviously...
Is it the Marlins?
I think so, yeah. So obviously it is designed like a diamond or obviously a square on its side. So like having a oval-shaped ring, it just doesn't fit. So you've got endless like space all around it. So if you look at the fans on the far end who are on the bottom seats, so you were sort of on eye level with the ring, you're about 3 miles away. What I'd love to see what their view was, because what is the point? You might as well have just watched it on the telly, because you could not see a thing.
It's all part of just being there, and
exactly.
I wouldn't have paid for a ticket, but I'd have absolutely fucking gone if it had been comps.
Yeah, definitely. But like, I've not. This is the first one I've seen, obviously. So what have the others been like previously?
Sick. Yeah,
in places like obviously colder places, or just. Do you know what? I'm not even going to say it was the temperature or the climate that was the problem. It was the actual layout.
Yeah.
Why was the rink so small? You had all that space.
Yeah.
Was it small? It was that just perspective?
It had to have been regulation.
Is there a regulation size? Like, I'm guessing there's probably a little.
So it's not like, because if you think about like boxing and things like that.
Was this ring regulation size or what?
Yeah. If like with boxing, like, depending on the promoter, to favour a certain fighter, the ring will either be bigger or smaller. If someone wants to run, it'll be bigger. If they want to close them down, it'll be a smaller ring.
Yeah.
Whereas like within hockey, I mean, every stadium, it's got to be regulation, right?
Yeah. Well, I know in the Premier League, not every pitch is the same, but there is like parameters they have to be within.
Oh, that's interesting, because I thought that's why City got in shit for the grass.
I don't know. Maybe
Wasn't
maybe
that
they
one
went
of the
off. Well, I
charges?
know if so for example, like Old Trafford, have you noticed that at the side of the pitch is slopes? It's to stop people taking long runs, long throw-ins, building a run-up. Stuff like that. So you've got a bit of wiggle room, stuff like that.
So
but the actual playing area, I mean, it's really working out for them. They've done really well the past 10 years. But there's just certain parameters. So I wondered if it was like something like that.
No, I think that with the layout and that, because this was the first one that Beck watched with me, because as soon as she found out it was outside, she was like, oh, great. And then she was like, "It's not really outside, is it?"
yeah. Because you can't see the sky or anything from the point of view. I think because it was like I said, there was so much space around it. That's why it looks so small.
Yeah.
It just looked like a tiny little. Like a toy set you'd set up. Like just knock the pieces together in 10 minutes.
I think next year they should do the Canadian Classic. It should be 2 Canadian teams. and I think they should go like Banff or something.
Mm.
You know, like the huge like
Well,
frozen lake.
like why wouldn't do it in like Alaska? You know,
Yeah.
somewhere like that where they've obviously they don't have an NHL team. I'm
Travel
sure
there is chaos, though, isn't it?
Is he? I'm sure they do flights to Alaska.
No, of
like,
course, but like getting like the mass population, because you're only going to be stuck with people from Alaska probably. For the most part.
Yeah.
And Alaska, I don't know whether you know much about it, but it's not really like that. It sounds cool, and it's like depicted quite cool. Yeah, literally. But like, I think they've got like the highest crime rate in all of like the US.
No, you're joking.
And I swear down, drug use definitely, because they don't get much daylight either, though, do they?
Yeah. Do you know what? I suppose now you say that, I do remember seeing like, I think one of the worst drug use places in the UK is like Jersey or Guernsey, somewhere like that. You know, somewhere you just weird you want to say, because it's like a remote kind of place. I mean, it's not remote like you're in the middle of nowhere, but I suppose it's these little cut off from everywhere else.
I've never been.
No, I've never been. I just remember seeing it. It was
sounds sick living somewhere like that, because I don't know whether it's because where we've grown up, but I want as less contact with people as fucking possible. Like, I can't stand it. So I'd love to live somewhere like...
I've completely like changed my tune on that as I've got older. You know, like I used to like, oh yeah, I love living near a city, or you know, and now I know what you mean. Just living somewhere like that.
It's like when you see like I don't know, TV shows or whatever, and it's like a small town in Texas, and it's got like a population, whatever, and I'd be fucking sick, man. I wouldn't have to fucking drive for miles, and you wouldn't see anyone. But...
Do you know what? Funny enough, I'll relate it back to hockey now, because we're going off of it. It's kind of the decision making. It's kind of one of the factors I'm considering before picking a team. Like, what kind of place would I like to live? You know, because obviously, I'm going to start supporting them. I'll promote them. Their management will get in touch. They'll offer me a job working in house.
Okay,
and then obviously I'll have to move. So it's something because you thought that. Do you remember when you were worried you'd get drafted by the Flyers?
Yeah.
Or was it the Flyers or the Penguins?
No, it was.
The Flyers.
I was going to go to the Flyers in the draft.
Not even played for
turns out
Manchester Storm.
But you know,
it's good to consider. You've got to be a few steps ahead.
No, there you go. With what you're thinking, though, there is one problem with it.
Go on.
What happens to me?
I know you. I'll get you a job. Like,
are you gonna like I'm holding you
on the Zamboni, or
like
something.
I'm holding your fucking pocket or some shit like that? I'm gonna move my wife over to follow your dream. Fuck you, Andy.
It's on the Zamboni.
Fuck you, Andy.
Speaking of Zamboni, I'm going off again. Did you? This was from years ago. Did you watch that match where I think it was Carolina? No, it was the Leafs against Carolina. Two of the Leafs goalies got injured. No, two of the Carolina goalies got injured.
So they used the Toronto's
42-year-old like Zamboni
got a shutout as well. Oh no, he didn't get a shutout, but he got.
He did really well.
Yeah,
he made a lot of saves.
Like,
how does shit like happen in like a top flight professional league? When you think like, oh, one of your outfield players has to go in goal or something.
I'm holding out hope that happens at Storm, you know.
Well, and you get called up.
Yeah, fucking right. A couple of beers in me. Yeah. It's fucking zone, man.
Yeah. You didn't used to play goalie though, did you?
No.
When you played?
No, I wanted to, but my dad always wanted me to play like out.
Right.
He was basically.
That's where the glory is.
Well, that's what he said. He said, I don't want to come and like. But I had a great dad, by the way. But he said he didn't want to come and watch me just stand in goal. But I don't know. I always felt like my my abilities probably would have been better suited to being in net.
I feel like if I ever did play hockey, that's where I'd have to go, because I just can't do the skating. So
Frank the Tank.
Who's Frank the Tank?
Well, it's just a blanket term for just some mad pisser who's very immobile and will just fucking stand in net. Not you, Andy.
Of course, no. I'd give it a go. I'd love to give it a try. Anyway, the match.
Do you know what? Can I just quickly? Sorry, we will get to the match. So after lockdown, so I think it was like late 2020, something like that.
Yeah.
I was laying on the sofa at about like 2 a.m. Beck was already in bed. And I was just thinking, like, what the fuck are you actually doing with your life? Because you are 30 at this point. So I started reaching out to some of the teams like Altrincham Jets, Trafford Thunder. And I was like...
Are these just like barely...
Yeah. And I was but they used the ice at
Altrincham.
Yeah, Planet Ice. I just messaged him saying, hi, I've not played in like a lot of years, but I'm really looking at getting back into it. If I could come down, you know, I'd love to be like, try out for like goaltender, something like that.
Right.
And then both teams were like, "Yeah, that'd be great. We're always, welcoming. You'll
That's
have
not
to,
where I thought he was going to go.
you'll have to have your own like gear and all stuff." So I'm like,
Yeah.
right, well, I can navigate that. I can pick up some like old stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was like, training time is midnight on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I just never messaged him back again.
Are they fucking mental?
No,
Why?
because it's the only time they can get the ice, isn't it?
I am
Do you know what?
there is
Sunday night at midnight. That's what it was. That's
crazy.
when like
That
the training
is
time
mad.
was. Yeah, so I was just
And that is
fuck that.
that is insane.
It's criminal.
Oh my God.
The only thing more criminal is me at 30 thinking I could get off the couch. Fucking like.
But obviously they'll have.
But...
when did he play the games then? When did he play the fixtures?
I don't know. So
3 a.m.
So I shot Manchester Storm women's team a message, didn't I, and just said like, "Hi, when do you play?" Like just like more hockey in it, just go see what it's about, and then they never even replied to me. So I don't know. I'm not sure if anyone actually goes to any of these games other than Storm.
Because there was the Altrincham Aces. I think they're in one of the. I don't know if it's the division below, whatever the division below Widnes, whatever that one is. I'm sure they're in that.
Are they in that?
Yeah. Because I'm sure I posted before. I can't remember.
So the Jets and Thunder must just literally be beer league in like the fucking.
It's northwest.
Northwest region or something like that. But anyway, like let's talk about the Winter Classic. That's why we're here. You don't want to talk about that.
Mika Zibanejad,
yes.
The Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He had that kind of vibe about it.
Okay.
Do you not think?
No.
Don't think like the long hair, the fucking beard, just this towering presence. He's Swedish as well. I looked it up, but like he was amazing. He was so fucking good. He was everywhere. Like it's been a long time since we watched the Rangers. I think it was one of he was either like the third or fourth episode wasn't it?
It was the fifth episode against the Islanders,
and
it was 5-0.
And they just looked a completely different team. I think they've got
8-0.
It's a mad record. Their away record. I think they are, in terms of points. I think they're just 1 point behind the Avalanche. In terms of, honestly, it's crazy. Yeah, they're about 21st in the league overall, just in points. But it's crazy how, and you think you said it, didn't you? It might really play into their hands because they're
not playing.
You're not playing away. You're playing away, but you're also not really at the home of your opponents either. Because obviously it's good. It's kind of an away game for both because it's a weird setup.
Yeah.
Your fans are miles away from the fucking rink.
Miami's huge.
So you've not got that home crowd there.
Yeah.
But but they're miles away.
I think their record in Winter Classics is 8-0.
Who's it?
As it is, the Rangers.
Right.
They've not lost in a Winter Classic.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty good. One thing that I did find pretty funny was so I put this out on Instagram, like a poll, just to see what everyone would say. About 30 people have voted, but like at the point of 20 people had voted before the game, everyone was picking the fucking Panthers to win.
Yeah, I think I'd have picked them.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
I did. I thought the Panthers would win, and then as soon as I've gone back on it after the Rangers won. It's like neck and neck, the percentage, because everyone's going on and then clicking the Rangers. So it's like, fuck you, shitty fans.
Do you know what, though? It's one of that is, if you kind of studied the form and looked how they've been away from home, and then obviously taking into account that the Panthers aren't at their home, it would have been quite a wise bet. I bet you'd got fairly good odds on that. But
I don't know, just because they've just not been great, like in the whole.
Panthers haven't in general, have they?
No.
They don't look like
they're still missing key players.
Defending champ. Yeah, is that what it is then? Is it as simple as that?
Well, I don't know. I didn't expect them to repeat the success of the last two seasons.
Of course, like that's so hard.
But I'm not even saying like I didn't expect them to win the Stanley Cup, which I didn't. I actually had them making wild card going out like first round. I didn't think that they would do a good cup run. Like a big cup run. Yeah. But then now with all the injuries, it's kind of just amplified the problem that they've got. But, if they did have those players,
So who's out at the moment? Not like I'll know who they are, but...
So Matthew Tkachuk.
Right, I know him.
Who's the... Oh, my God, who's the captain? Have a look at the captain.
Florida Panthers captain. Oh, hang on. It's...
It's like a Russian.
Was he in? Was he at the side of the? Was he watching and he had his fucking white blazer and his pink t-shirt on?
I'm not.
And
I
he was
don't
like,
remember that.
Yeah, they showed a shot of him
It's
last
not
night.
Barkov, is it?
He was yes,
Is
yeah,
it Barkov?
yeah, Barkov. That's
Yeah.
who he was. He was there last night, and he did a shot of him just before like the start of one of the period, and he's like he had a white blazer on and a pink t-shirt, proper like Miami.
I do dig that they
Proper,
all turned
like,
up Miami Vice.
Yeah, yeah. It did look. That's the one good thing about it. It was quite like a cool theme
Yeah.
and that, but
Yeah.
it just looked shit on the actual. Well, it was a field.
Mm.
It was just all over the place.
Well,
but-
Zibanejad, he got a hat trick, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and a couple of pre-assists, or maybe one
But like
pre-assist.
pre-assists.
What do you call it? The assist before the assist.
Oh,
do you
yeah,
get a point
I
for
guess you'd
that?
call it a pre-assist. I don't know. I've always just counted it as an assist. But it was so funny
Do you
because
still just get the point for the assist?
yeah.
then? Okay. Right.
yeah, but it was kind of funny because like obviously he got the hat trick and like
Yeah.
it just zoomed in on one hat that had been thrown from fucking God knows where. It went nowhere near the rink. It was just sat on the side like.
So is that a thing they do then? You
Yeah,
throw
the
your
hat
hat
trick.
in the
Yeah,
ring?
they throw the hat in.
That's cool. I'm guessing you don't get that back. That's good.
So I thought that because if
everyone's throwing it on,
Yeah.
you're like, right, we've got a size 7.5, Brown.
There's no chance you're getting your
No.
hat back. And it's like, if me and you were at Storm and there was a hat trick and everyone was throwing the hats, would we be peer pressured into doing it?
No.
Would you not do it?
So, mate, if we went last time, would you have thrown that hat you've just bought? You've
I wasn't even wearing it.
You've just dropped 20
Oh,
quid.
yeah,
still with
that's true, that's true.
Still with the tag on,
Yeah.
getting it out of the bag.
It'd have gone right back
It'd
on
go
the
back in
fucking
shop.
shelf.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
No, it's funny that. No, that, yeah, I hope to see that in a proper game.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
I'm surprised that, like, the way, like, there's been a few sort of top scorers who've just been killing it this season. I'm surprised I'm not seeing it from them, but I suppose they play for teams we haven't even watched yet.
I think it's.
I'm sure McKinnon.
Yeah, I think
sure
he's got a couple.
hat trick.
Yeah, and Austin Matthews got one yesterday, didn't he? Connor Geeky.
he's up there, and
Yeah.
the guy from Dallas,
Robertson.
Robertson, yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So do you know what? That's one thing that you mentioned about the US squad. Robertson isn't in the US squad.
Okay.
Which is
Yeah, that's great. But I don't think Geeky is in. Is he Canadian or US? Whoever it is, he's another one who missed out, I think. But they're
Right.
like joint second top
Yeah.
scorers. So like, how do they
It's-
justify
yeah,
that? Surely
it's
it's strange.
I think it's so bottlenecked when you're picking a goaltender because there is a lot to choose. You know, just like there's a lot to choose from like your outfield players.
Yeah.
But when certain players of that caliber are missed out,
yeah.
it really does show. Like,
Well, there was a few I saw where you were like, oh no, like Connor Bedard missed out, but I get that because he is long term injured, and yeah, he'll probably be back. Is he back already? He's not back yet, I don't think.
I don't know.
If
I
he
don't
is
know
or if he isn't, he's had a period out. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people in that position. It's not worth it. They've got an abundance of guys who can do it. Fair enough. I'm sure he's up. I'm sure he'd rather play. But
Who's the kid for the Sharks? Logan.
Celebrini.
Oh yeah, Macklin Celebrini. That's it. Yeah, has he got?
I think he is. Yeah, he's in. Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
obviously, like Canada, we can't even talk about the fucking Canadian squad because we can just be like, oh yeah, good, I've got him.
Yeah.
Like we're just going all day, and I do not know nearly enough to start saying, no, I'd have dropped McDavid.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Other than we'll speak about the Panthers then. We'll speak about New York because they seem to have they would look like a completely different team from when we saw them against the Islanders. What's changed for them, or is it just
It could just
has
be,
anything actually changed?
No, it
is
could
it
just be
literally
a
just been a
game.
case of they just cannot play at home?
Yeah,
and
I think so because I saw the Canucks beat the Rangers pretty handily a couple of weeks ago at
Yeah.
MSG. So I'd be very reluctant to say anything has changed with the Rangers. I would probably just more say they showed up for the game.
yeah.
Which happens, you know.
Yeah.
It does happen. And obviously, I don't really know what the score is with Florida at the minute.
No,
what their
they're
record's
just,
like.
I'm
I
not
think
sure
they
what
had picked up just a little bit because I know they started strong. Then they had some tough fixtures, and the injured players, like the missing players, like kind of showed.
Yeah.
But I think then they did bad, and then they started doing good again.
Yeah, the Panthers, if we're going at the league as a whole, they're 17th in the Yeah, they're not in a.
They're not even in a wild card.
They're not in a. They might be in a wild card. Let's have a look. Who's in a wild card? No, they're not. They're not. They're only 2 points off a wild card. So at the moment in the it's the East, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got the Capitals on 48, the Penguins on 47, both in the wild card spots. But then we've got Buffalo, Jersey, Boston, all on 46, and then Panthers on 45.
Buffalo's comeback's been fucking mental.
Mate, I can't believe we actually haven't spoke about Buffalo, and they're on a 10-game winning streak. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Like, yeah, they're gonna make the playoffs if they carry on like that. I don't know if have they lost since or.
I don't know. They may have played last night. I'm not sure, but with Buffalo, it was kind of like they were like the worst team in the NHL, like at certain points.
Yeah,
and but they'd even beaten the Canucks when they had that label.
Yeah,
and then it switched.
They did play last night and lost 5-1 to the Blue Jackets. So
it's gonna happen,
reality,
but you know what? Like 20 points from those 10 games. Like they fucking needed that, So. Did you say that's bumped them up to a wild card, or they're around?
I think they're 1 point off it. They're they're just bordering on it, and I don't even. I need to check sort of games played.
You've still got the momentum, having lost one game.
Yeah,
because it doesn't outdo all of the fucking hard work that they've,
of course, and if they don't let obviously one defeat like that, sort of get in their heads, because which you shouldn't really.
You're gonna lose
because no one goes on a fucking 10-game winning streak. It's in hockey, from what I've seen so far. It's like it's rare. Even in the Premier League, very rarely do teams do that. So
it's quite a feat.
Go on Buffalo. Yeah. Jersey's Winter Classic. What do you think? I think Florida's was a mess.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I thought it just looked a bit like a clip, like from a clip art on Microsoft
the logo.
Word. The panther.
So that's my panther logo. I won't accept any others.
Right,
and it's
the
just
one you
because
recognise.
it's just because I had a jumper of it back in the day, like when I was in high school or something.
Yeah.
With the panther coming out. But that's when I think of the Florida Panthers, that's the logo I see.
Yeah.
And I didn't think the jersey was that bad. The shorts were fucking awful.
What were they like, gold and blue with some random stripes?
I think it's like that colour. It's kind of like 50s, like very back in the day, where leather couldn't be any other colour than just
brown.
Yeah, like that fucking ugly potato sack brown. But I didn't hate it. I absolutely wouldn't be fucking purchasing it.
No. I thought New York's was alright.
Well, it was like off-white a little bit.
Yeah.
Was it cream?
Something like that. It's like, no, I don't mind it.
Which one did you prefer? I take
New York,
the Rangers.
Yeah, definitely. It's just quite clean and simple. It wasn't amazing. It's just there's two of them. Yeah.
Can you see yourself as a Rangers fan?
No.
Islanders?
No. More Islanders than
the Rangers. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Just something says don't pick a New York team. It's just too obvious. Do you know what I mean? But then again,
and when you say
then again, these benefits. It's somewhere there's a lot of flights to. There's it's somewhere where the time difference is at home
East
anyway,
Coast, isn't it?
where you could stay up and watch the games live if you wanted to. So
it's just a bit cookie cutter, I think.
Yeah,
go into if you pick the obvious teams that you know.
Yeah. Thing is that saying that you if you think of the obvious teams, people who outside of hockey have heard of, Maple Leafs, for example, they haven't won a Stanley Cup in 52 years, something crazy like that. So is it an obvious choice? I don't know. You're not really a glory.
Again, it depends what you're looking for, though, out of a team, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that
they've got what it is they've got such a huge fan base.
The Rangers?
No, well, probably the Rangers and the Maple Leafs, where you're just kind of lost in the crowd there. Yeah. But then again, maybe that's a good thing.
I don't know. Because would you pick a Midwesty kind of team, somewhere that'd be a fucking nightmare to fly into?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Reach out, Utah. Yeah. Anyway, we haven't read out our little post from last week. The rule changes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So we had a few responses. So I'll get the ones off TikTok first. So first, we're basically, to recap, we said if you're in charge of ice hockey for the whole world, you can make any change, just one rule change. It can be as, a small thing or a big thing as you want. What would you change? So Mitch on TikTok said, get rid of the icing rule, which I don't know. I see a benefit. What would be the benefit?
No, I think
getting rid of offside might be interesting, and then you could get a few more like long balls and stuff like that.
No, I think.
But then again, you're running the risk of having just someone planted.
Yeah.
In their end of it, and but
I don't think you could have a game that there's no offside rule. I mean, I know basketball doesn't, but I don't know. Like taking away, did Mitch say about the icing rule?
He just said, yeah. Mitch said, get rid of icing.
A lot of first time. Sorry, I shouldn't say first time watchers. He's probably like watched it for quite a while. But like with icing, when people watch it and think it really slows the game down, I don't.
The benefit, yeah. I think that's probably where it's coming from. It's yet another stoppage.
Yeah, as soon as the whistle goes, some fans just roll their eyes and like, oh my God.
I still find myself doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, it's I don't. There's a reason that they do it. Of
course, obviously, it's to stop. It's just to stop a constant.
Who wants
levering the puck up the field?
Who wants to see as soon as they get into the zone, a defender gets it, twats it all the way up the ice, and they literally park the bus. And every time they enter the zone, they'll take the puck, hit it up the ice. At least with this way, it starts like back in their zone. And if you have a good face-off man.
If I was playing devil's advocate, though, what he might say back to that is, well, they do that in football and a lot of other sports like that. If a team is on the defence, say, if we use Man City as an example against like a lesser team, they will plant like 11 men behind the ball. As soon as they get it, just clear it down a pitch. So like, it's boring to watch, but does it help a worse team against a better one?
For me, though, it's what are you looking for in a sport? So football for me is unwatchable because, I did watch City quite a bit, but then when they're playing these teams that park everyone behind the ball, like the excitement is, are they going to get a breakthrough?
Yeah.
And then it ends
and
0-0.
I get, obviously, because I support City, I don't mind. I can watch that, but I get why to the neutral it'd be fucking boring to watch. Just watching a team pass it around the box, and then when the opposition get it, it's just a long ball down the field. So I can see.
I do get it. I really just think that if we could simulate a game like that without the icing room, maybe 10 games or something, I think you would soon want that rule back in effect. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just what I know, and I am a bit. I like to stick to what I know.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it is. But it was a good.
Yeah.
Good one,
Katie wrote, I don't get this right. Katie Page wrote, if your goalie makes over 40 saves and you still lost the game, the goalie gets a knife for the head bumps line.
Oh, okay.
What's the head bumps line?
So I guess like that's where they all come together and.
Right. And he gets a knife for the fight.
but he would have lost, so no one's head bumping after a fucking loss.
So he gets a loss and an assault charge, a murder charge. And found the ones on Instagram because I think Naomi wrote something like, "Get rid of the divider in the penalty area, the penalty box, didn't he?" So he's like the fight after the fight.
I think that was the best one that I'd read. To be honest,
well, I'll get them up now. To bear with me a second. I did take a screenshot. There we go. Yeah. So Naomi, get rid of one of the penalty boxes. So obviously, just have one giant one. So just take it in there. Maybe have a subsequent one after. Gaza did write on YouTube. Have a penalty box for refs who make shit decisions.
Yeah.
But who decides that? Is that to get another ref?
Well, it'd be the boys in Toronto, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And then what happens when they're in the penalty box for 2 minutes? It's just a fucking free-for-all. All rules out the window.
Maybe, I don't know. It's not a bad shout, but...
It'd be entertaining.
Yeah. What was the... there was one where the guy said something like they should do like a Champions League.
Blaine put, like football, have games from different teams around the world. So I think obviously they do have that in Europe.
Yeah, we
have
do
like
have
a
it
European
in Europe,
but... Yeah, that'd be good. Seeing like, I know the US or Canada, the Canadian team would win it every year.
Yeah.
But, having the top Swedish team or the top German or Russian team or whatever, it'd be quite interesting.
It would be interesting.
I don't think it would be that for us, because obviously the NHL is like this exotic foreign thing anyway. Maybe it wouldn't be that. I wouldn't be that asked about it. But I think if you're an NHL fan, maybe it'd be nice to see, some other
something is like a bit of a bit of a change or something is nice every now and then. It's not something I'd clamour for, but
no, like even in the pre-season, they still just play other NHL teams, don't
and they're
they?
happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not, to be honest, other than like, I always check out Storm's preseason fixtures just to see what like madness is about.
Yeah, but that's good because like you'll get a Canadian who's like a University of Quebec, wasn't it, last year? It's interesting.
If it was like Vancouver I'm first off, I rarely watch preseason.
No,
there's that much hockey. Like I'm not
much,
saddling myself for like 7 games of preseason as well.
No. Well, we didn't start this podcast deliberately until regular season, did we? Because like we could have, but I wanted to come in with completely fresh eyes and watch a game that meant something. And
I don't think I'm not sure how up for it I'd be for watching like Vancouver versus like fucking Roslovich, whatever from like wherever.
No. I don't know. It might be good for maybe the Vancouver fans in Vancouver, but maybe who can't. If you made the tickets a bit cheaper, which I'm guessing maybe they do for pre-season anyway. Somewhere once you can just take the kids to. But yeah. Finally, Max wrote. So Max from the Manchester Storm, he put, how about having a minimum hometown players on a game day roster, like either have to be from the city itself or within a X mile radius. I mean, that's quite good.
You like that?
Yeah, I think you said it as well. I think you replied and said maybe that'd work better for European and the UK, because God, like it'd be great to see some actual players from don't have to be from Manchester, but at least the UK, or maybe they could do it just for UK then. So UK. Trained players, at least 3, just a number off the top of my head, 3 in each match day squad.
He'd know more than this than both of us, but I'm pretty sure with Storm they do have like system players, like kids that have came through the system and stuff. I think that Cam Critchlow, who's like I think he's like the head coach now. I feel like he came through the system.
Okay, but he's Canadian though, isn't he? But did he still come through the Storm system?
Oh, is he Canadian? I thought he was like a hometown guy.
Oh, I don't think he is now.
Is he not?
I mean, we're showing our ignorance then. Sorry, Matt.
Sorry, Cam.
No, I think the problem is to do that in the NHL. How do you get around the draft system?
Yeah, I don't like it for the NHL. I don't even want to do the mental fucking Jenga of like how it would work. I just know that I wouldn't feel more comfortable watching a team that just had like a set amount of players from the district playing on, because I don't give a fuck. I don't live there.
Yeah.
I'm not asked.
It's one of them, yeah. I get why we couldn't give a shit. I like watching City when Phil Foden's playing, and I'm sure United fans loved it in the 90s with that class of 92, the Nevilles and, Paul Scholes and like local kids like that. But yeah, to be fair, we're not from these places. It makes no difference to me.
And it's how would you feel?
But I think the hometown fans would love it. They'd love it.
But let's flip that. So the teams you've just mentioned, how would you feel watching a struggling team week in, week out, hampered by the players that are available to you around?
That's just part of it, though.
No,
right, you're saying that like everyone else would still have to have the same rule.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like one team would be hampered because they're not producing.
No.
The caveat I'd say would be we support a Manchester team, so it's a big city, probably a big catchment area. If you are a football team from, like a small town somewhere, you don't have that local population, so they would be at a disadvantage. But
I love the NHL because it's a free market. If you want to have a pylon team, they'll try and put like markers in place to be able to stop you from doing that. But there's always, like Florida tax exemptions, things like that. I kind of love that because it's your job as a club to build the biggest powerhouse that you can.
Yeah.
There's no relegation, there's no promotion, anything like that. And you know, if we're going back to
it is, but isn't it kind of out of your hands then? Because the Florida Panthers have no say in the tax law. That is the state.
No, they
of
don't.
Florida.
But that's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like if the NHL really wanted to penalise them, then maybe they could put something in place. But then that wouldn't be a fair playing field.
So they've done the salary cap, but
I mean, what do you do? Take a couple of mil off them?
I was going to say the salary cap only kind of makes a difference. Well, it doesn't make a difference if the tax laws are different, because obviously you might earn the maximum at the Panthers. You go and play in Toronto or wherever, you're earning the same maximum, but 50% of that's gone already. Yeah. So I
mean, one of the things going back onto the hometown players as well. So like in the US, Minnesota is like hockey town.
Yeah.
So that's where like a lot of the players come from, and they'll go to the the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the hockey team and things like that.
Is that the feeder team? Or?
Well, that's like college.
Oh, okay.
So again, you know, if a player goes and does free, I don't know how much college term is. So is it 3 or 4 years? 4
years. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, does that in Minnesota, and then he's got to get fucked off back to like, I don't know.
Wherever
tell me
he's
somewhere
from.
shit.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah. You can say that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I suppose it's just having a minimum amount. So it's not like your whole team have got to be from there, or maybe not from there. Then maybe coming through the system. But the problem with the NHL is they don't have a youth system, do they? Like there's no Vancouver Canucks under 15s, or is there? I don't know, because obviously the point is
maybe Abbotsford.
You go to college, you have to go to college, which is good in a sense that, say if I apply it to football, 99.9% of all footballers in Man City's, Arsenal's academy, who are 12, 13-year-old now, will not play, will never make it professional. And that's just the sad reality. If they're forced to get a degree, at least then they've got something like to fall back on, or there's another avenue open for them. If they get to sort of 18, 19, they get loaned out to a League Two team and they kind of don't really make it, and then they start playing non-league, and then they get released there because they just weren't good enough. Unfortunately, it's a very competitive market, which I imagine is the same for hockey in Canada.
Well,
do you think a system like that would work here? Flip it the other way around.
So I think we're saying the same thing. So you're applauding the system that they have in America and Canada, where if sports doesn't work out for you, you're going to have like a grade A qualification, or things that you can go into the working world with.
Well, something to equip.
Yeah, I think that'd be great here.
It'd be good.
It'd be something to fall back on.
On the flip side, though, it is. Are you missing out on a load of talent who maybe just do not have the academic ability? Some proper thick.
I'm thinking someone in particular.
Can you tell me on air, or is this an off air?
I'll tell you off air.
Right? No, but if you use like Gaza, I can't imagine Gaza going to uni, and then what a footballer he was. But it's a balance in it, I suppose. They don't have to go to Harvard and get a degree in biomedical science. They just have to go to any kind of community college and that. But they want to go to colleges with good sports programs, don't they?
But that's one of the things with so in America, so I'll just coin like college football just as like an example. I don't know whether you've ever seen Last Chance U on Netflix.
I think I watched one or two. You sent me it a few years ago, didn't you?
So,
I've not watched the whole thing.
So it's a Division 2 program, and they'll go to like really like rural towns where like the word D1, they got into trouble or whatever, and they got sent to another team to kind of like get the grades back up and get back to a point where they can go D1 again and then go to the draft. But like in these like Division 2 rural towns, it's great because they're getting all these high quality players from all over like the states. But then they're winning all these games, but the townspeople, their kids are getting pushed out of spots at that college
because
that would have
the D1 players are being sent to there. Yeah.
So it's all like
these ways around it. I think there's like basketball players who didn't go to college and went to play professionally in Europe.
Yeah.
And then they become eligible for the draft at some... We could go into a whole fucking thing with that, but we better wrap up anyway because we've been
what we on?
well on for 50 minutes. Yeah. Do you have a game in mind for next week or...
I don't. So keep your eyes glued to the Instagram.
We'll put it for a vote, and just let us know. But yeah, get in touch, follow us, like, subscribe. We're on all the platforms. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Andy the Rookie.
And I'm just Steve.
He's just Steve. See you later.
Later.